We now welcome Za'Ron Collins onto the podcast. We're excited to talk to him, a Tusculum wide receiver transfer with the nickname Smoke, which is awesome. So we're excited to talk to you. Thanks for joining us and congrats on committing to JMU.
Thank y'all for having me, and thanks.
Yeah, first question I got to ask. Tusculum might be a name JMU fans know because of what Jordan Taylor did last year coming from Tusculum. How much of an impact did he have on you deciding to go to JMU?
Yeah, he had a big impact. That's been my friend. That's been my kind of like bloodline since I was like 4 years old. So I just he was just in my ear, and then he was in Coach Hart's ear as well, telling Coach Hart, "Hey, I got somebody. I know somebody that could come play." So at the end, it all worked out.
Well, before we really dive into the meat of the questions, I got to know if you've grown up with Jordan since you were four, you're a wide receiver, he's a corner. Who was winning those one-on-one battles as you guys were growing up?
Yeah, a lot of the coaches was asking me that. It's just a fair matchup. He was just making me better every day. Like when I came in, I wasn't going against nobody else but him. He was the best out there, so I was just getting better. We was just making each other better.
I gotta ask as we get through our softball questions, but how'd you get the nickname Smoke?
Well, I got the nickname Smoke from Little League football and Little League track. I wasn't that fast in track, so it doesn't kind of make sense on that aspect at first. But football, when I came to a new team, he said I made a big hit. My coach picked me up and said, "I'm gonna call you Smoke." Ever since then,
That's awesome.
just been rocking with it. Well, where I'm from, Miami, everybody like just is just known as Smoke.
That's
That's very
awesome.
cool.
And Miami always making like top end football talents. I mean, we were talking about Jordan from Miami, JC Evans from Miami, the quarterback, the freshman quarterback for JMU. What is it about Miami that creates high end football talent?
We just breed football. Football is the norm of our area. Football. Everybody it be some of the players that don't even make it. You even heard of. Just they probably like one of the best players we ever seen, and it just like that's just how it is when we from. It's just football. It's just real competitive. It's real. It's really real out here in Miami when it comes to football. From the little league to high school.
Yeah, they've got some guys.
Yeah.
So I guess take us through your game. I think the stats, I guess if they're accurate, they said you had 4 games this past year and we're
Yeah.
averaging quite a quite a few yards per reception there. Seemed like a big play receiver, 6'2", so you got some really good size too. Yeah, take us through your playing style and your strengths as a receiver.
Yeah. I feel like I like to say I model my game after a mixture of Des Bryant and Odell because I feel like I could go up there and get it off
Yeah.
of somebody's head, and I could run past you easily with my speed, and I feel like I could move like probably like a slot player as long as I am. I feel like I can move like that because just I just been I really just been going like having my growth spurt as I just kept getting older. Like it kind of just happened. So it's like I just been playing in it. Like when I was in high school, some of the time I was playing in the slot because I wasn't 6'2" yet. So it's just now it's just muscle memory to me and
Yeah.
everything. But as the big play, I feel like my ability is my ability. It helps me because some of the my defenders like they don't know what to do because you got a player that's at 6'2". You got a player that could go get it. He could run past you with his speed. He could get it reversed and take it 50, 60 yards like on my tape. I just feel like I'm versatile. I could do a lot.
Speaking of being versatile, what do you see your role being at JMU? Is it that versatile wide receiver that can do everything? Are you the deep threat? How do you see yourself fitting into the JMU offense?
Well, I feel like I could come in and be a number one wide receiver impact. That's just how I feel. Like I feel I could do everything, versatile. I could be a deep threat. I could be a fade ball at the red zone. I could be a get the ball in this guy hands and let him work. I feel like I could be a player, all that.
When did you have that growth spurt? You mentioned in high school you were the slot. I guess at what point were you like, oh, sweet, I'm 6'2", I can go like moss people now.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like I really don't even have like a timetable on it, like because this how I put it. So my junior year of high school, I was like 5'10". No, sophomore year of high school, I was like 5'10", around 5'10", and then junior year came, I was around like 5'11", trying to get to 6 feet, and then I say like my senior year, I think I probably just grasped 6 feet, okay, and then probably going into my freshman year of college, um, I'd say I was about like that's when I started getting 6 feet, 6'1". So I was around there. And then recently when I just went on a visit to Utah, they measured me and it was like 6 feet two. It said 6 feet 2 and I think 3/4. So I
It's
was
still
like
growing.
I was like, oh yeah,
That's
so,
crazy.
yeah, it's kinda crazy.
That's awesome. I got to know when you're coming out of high school, going from Miami, how did you find your way to Tusculum in Tennessee in the South Atlantic Conference? How'd you end up going from Miami to Tusculum?
Well, it's crazy. My brother, we played with each other at Tusculum. So he played receiver. He had number 3, and JT was at Tusculum, and also um the quarterback that was at Tusculum at the time. Like I knew him. He was from South Florida, and he was from he was at Marshall before he had went to Tusculum, and he was just in my ear as well. Like, come on, we could like do something here, and and Tusculum was one of the like at the end one of the only offers I had at the end.
Hmm.
So it was just like it's a win-win.
You mentioned the ability to take a reverse. Your stats are pretty fun to look at this year. We had 23 yards of reception, one carry for 50 yards and a touchdown. Obviously very explosive in the 4 games. I guess why only 4 games this year? Were you banged up at all, or is it a redshirt thing?
Well, I had got injured. On the fourth game, I got injured, and I was I was ready, like I was ready, but my coaches, I really appreciate my coaches because they was like, they feel like I have something bigger out there for me. So they was giving me advice. They was telling me, I think you should just medically rest, sure, sit it out and get this and go on because we know you can do big things at a better, bigger level. And I was like, all right.
So how did it end up being to JMU? I know JT's there, everything's like that. He was in the ears, but how did that go? How was your visit with JMU with the coaching staff, and why did you end up picking the Dukes?
When I came on the visit, Coach Hart, he really sold me over because it's always easy to gravitate towards a receiver coach that's been in your shoes. He's been where I want to be in the NFL, and he was just being so real and authentic with me. So that was something that was just in the back of my head. He was telling me things like what I need to improve on my visit already. And I was like, dang, that's different. Like when you go on these visits, some of them not gonna tell you like what they can help you improve on, what you need to improve on and things like that. And I just always, yeah, like me, I just always gravitate towards a coach that's real with me, the coach I feel like I could talk to, on a personal and football level. And just being at JMU is just makes it's so surreal. Like it just makes you want to be there, being on the football field. You know, it's high level, everything. So I just really liked it there.
That's awesome. We love to ask everyone, but especially the wide receivers and DBs. I like this question. Are you somebody, because you have so many one-on-one matchups in that position? Are you a trash talker? Are you more of a silent guy when you just sort of let your work speak for itself? We've got some guys who have gone both ways on this question.
Uh, I would say I'm not really a trash talker. I'm a trash talker when it's competition. When it's competition, like if somebody chirping at me and we
Mhm.
chirping, I won't say I'm a trash talker. I say I'm a chirper. Well, I would say like I would be trash talking to pump myself up, if you get what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
to get myself into a competitive level, and then if somebody start trash talking me, that's when I'll trash talk. But I won't go out there. I won't go out there and just keep trash talking to him. But what I would say is, when I line up, in my head, I'm always thinking like it's like he's a chump to me. Like he can't stop me. That's what I would say.
I love it. I gotta know, making the jump from Division 2 to Division 1. There's a lot of things on the football field that might be a little bit different with that jump, but one of the biggest differences off the field is now in college football 26, you will be in that video game if you
Yep.
opt in to do it. Are you excited to be able to log onto that game, onto your Xbox, your PS5, whatever it is, and be able to throw the football to yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Last year when the new college football game came out, I was like, the next one I'm gonna be in it. I was like, I'm telling myself I'm gonna be in it, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
That's awesome. And I guess logistically, are you getting to JMU in January? Are you getting there in the summer? When do you get there and get
I'm in,
started with
Jan-
everything?
I'm
January?
in there January.
Awesome.
Awesome. And my last question, I just got to know, what can JMU fans expect out of you this upcoming season?
They can expect grit. They can expect a hard worker, and they can expect a ball player from South Florida. You're gonna see it. You gonna see smoke. They're gonna see smoke, and they're gonna know my name when it's all said and done. Smoke.
I think that nickname will catch on pretty quick. I think people people like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You got anything else, Jack?
No, that's all.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. We're excited to see you in Harrisonburg.
Thank y'all for having me. Have a nice day, y'all.
Thanks, you too.